How do you feel about getting your brains eaten? If you're into that sort of thing, well, you came to the right place, because we're talking about couch co-op zombie games. Project Zomboid is the latest game on this list. It's a remarkably detailed and highly customizable zombie apocalypse survival life simulation game. That has a lot to say. And it offers an extensive and immersive experience. In this open-ended sandbox, players are thrust into the zombie-infested towns of Moldra and West Point, tasked with scavenging, building defenses, and surviving each day against relentless hordes of the undead. From cooking and carpentry to mechanical and electrical expertise, every action from managing clothing, cleanliness, to crafting complex meals is meticulously thought out, offering an unparalleled level of complexity. The open world freedom allows for diverse strategy. Whether players choose to fortify a base, scavenge, or roam the city in search of resources, with its detailed gameplay, rich storytelling, and endless possibilities, Project Zomboid is a must-play for survival enthusiasts and offers an exceptional post-apocalyptic experience. Call of Duty Black Ops 3's Zombies mode has always been a standout title in co-op gaming. And now there's a collection called Zombie Chronicles, and this collection compiles 8 remastered maps from World at War through Black Ops 2, featuring enhanced graphics, audio, and Black Ops 3's Zombies features. It's a nostalgia-packed greatest hits compilation that caters to both newcomers and seasoned Zombies players, offering a diverse range of maps and strategy. The technical improvements, including atmospheric enhancements and outstanding audio upgrades, breathe new life into these iconic maps, intensifying the classic Zombies experience. The incorporation of Black Ops 3's features adds a refreshing twist and modernizes the older maps, without compromising their essence. Zombies Chronicles is a must-have for fans, delivering an exhilarating and revamped Zombies adventure that stands the test of time. SNK's Beastbusters series, born in 1989, has remained a relatively obscure part of their gaming legacy. The first game, however, stands out as a bizarre and over-the-top experience. Set in a seemingly deserted American town in 1999, the game throws players into the midst of a zombie infestation. The cabinet was designed for 3-player simultaneous machine gun gameplay, emphasizing cooperative play. The stages are filled with blue-skinned zombies and strange creatures, with enemies that are far from typical undead. They are intelligent, operating weapons and vehicles. The game doesn't take itself too seriously, delivering a parody-like take on Western horror and B-movies through a Japanese lens. Beastbusters offers an entertainingly ridiculous ride, with bizarre enemies, unexpected plot twists, and bombastic narration. This is a game that still remains a memorable and over-the-top arcade action shooter experience. Stubbs the Zombie, in Rebel Without a Pulse, originally came out on the Xbox, recently remastered and brought to modern platforms. The game's core gameplay revolves around turning enemies into fellow zombies, offering an engaging experience that gradually loses its charm due to some repetitiveness. But it's a unique concept that I think can be really fun when playing it in co-op. Despite showing its age in terms of graphics and humor, the game manages to retain some of its original appeal, making it worth revisiting for those with fond memories, even if it falls short of modern gaming standards. Oregon Trail delivers an immersive retro zombie survival experience that harks back to the Apple II era, and that is Oregon, as in bodily organs, because it's zombie themed. You get it? It actually plays a lot like the original Oregon Trail, but with zombies in it. Basically, it's a text adventure that's broken up with little mini games that you can play with a friend. The unpredictability of party members succumbing to dysentery or infection adds a gritty layer of realism. The 16-color art and nostalgic beeps and boops transport players to the past, while the inclusion of various mechanics, themes, and references make it a must-have for any zombie survival enthusiast. Whether it's naming your party after friends, managing supplies, or facing off against zombie bosses, Oregon Trail's extensive features, including a weather system, a day and night cycle, provide hours of captivating gameplay. With its infectious soundtrack and charming Apple II pixel art, this game keeps you hooked while you navigate your way through an undead apocalypse. This is just a game that has pretty unique presentation, and that's what I like to see in my indie games. It's a little rough around the edges and the mini games get a bit repetitive, but there's enough novelty here that make it worth at least trying once. Zombie Panic in Wonderland, DX, is a revamped version of the original WiiWare title. It's a simple yet entertaining on-rails gallery shooter. In this quirky adventure, a prince's accidental creation of a zombie-inducing magical perfume sets the stage for endless waves of undead foes. Players navigate through levels, demolishing buildings to unveil lurking zombies, and collecting various guns to dispatch enemies with well-aimed headshots. This is one of my favorite Cabal shooters, and if you're looking for a zombie game with a little more color and perhaps some kid-friendly elements, this is probably the game to pick. This is one of the Wii games that went completely under my radar, so I'm glad I found it later on, as it's a really solid co-op experience. Dead Pixels offers a fresh take on the zombie apocalypse, blending belt-scrolling beat-em-up action with strategic elements. Whether playing solo or with a friend in local cooperative mode, you'll navigate streets teeming with randomized waves of zombies, using their dropped currency to purchase weapons, upgrades, and ammunition. The game's intentional film grain aesthetic and pixelated throwback style lend it a unique charm. As you progress through its 3 campaigns, you'll encounter bosses, though they occasionally feel like standard foes with inflated health. While the game's retro-style brawling action is engaging, it shines more as a strategy title due to the importance of managing ammunition and making careful choices about combat. Smooth controls and well-designed mechanics, including shop interactions and varied zombie types, keep the game engaging, although its progress can be slow. For a budget-friendly price, Dead Pixels delivers a lengthy, challenging, and rewarding zombie-slaying experience. Contagion offers a refreshing take on the survival horror genre, set in a post-zombie outbreak world, reminiscent of Valve's Left 4 Dead series. This game was created clearly as an attempt to capitalize on the success of the Left 4 Dead series, and it comes across as somewhat of a poor man's version of that. But that's not necessarily a bad thing, as this game is actually a really fun co-op experience. Much like Left 4 Dead, you can play it with AI bot partners, but you have the ability to turn them off. But the best way, of course, is to play it in split-screen co-op. This game incorporates a number of survival elements as well, where you have to manage limited items and ammunition. This game came out about 10 years ago, and it went completely under my radar. So if you're looking for more first-person shooters with zombies, and maybe you're like me and you missed this one, so just do yourself a favor and give it a try. Contagion is a really solid survival horror game. How to Survive 2 takes the gripping survival adventure of its predecessor to a whole new level. In a world ravaged by a global pandemic, set in the heart of Louisiana, the game challenges players to craft their own path to survival amidst the infection. With an enticing multiplayer component, you can play with friends locally or online. Teamwork becomes paramount as you work together to build a robust camp, using the deeper crafting system to fashion hundreds of items, tools, and weapons for personal and camp defense. The revamped camera system offers greater control, zooming in and out as you navigate randomized environments, from the eerie Mississippi Delta bayous to the haunting streets of New Orleans. On your adventure, you'll scavenge for gear and make your way through your destination, but on your way, you're going to find a number of nocturnal zombies lurking in the darkness. That's always fun. How to Survive 2 combines thrilling gameplay, rich customization, and immersive survival elements, making it a must-play for fans of the genre. Dead Nation is a top-down shooter that immerses players in a world ravaged by a relentless zombie apocalypse. This originally came out on the PS3, and it's another game that I totally missed when it first came out. It thrusts you into intense battles against various types of zombies. The game's scoring system rewards players with multipliers and money for every zombie eliminated, which can be used to purchase and upgrade weapons at checkpoints. Players must carefully manage these resources, as well as their health, with hits causing the loss of multipliers and life. The game spans 10 challenging levels, each featuring weapon shops, hidden loot, and strategic survival scenarios. Environmental hazards can also be harnessed to dispatch the undead. As players explore a post-apocalyptic landscape, they uncover a thrilling narrative, following protagonists immune to the virus as they search for a cure and confront the sinister intentions of a pharmaceutical company. With local and online multiplayer for 2 players, Dead Nation delivers an adrenaline-pumping, zombie-slaying experience that stands out in the genre. What are some other couch co-op zombie games? I know there's plenty that I didn't include. But in the month of October, I'm talking about a number of horror-themed games, and some of the zombie games that I didn't talk about could be found in some of these other videos. I just didn't want to talk about the same games over and over. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure to watch this video about retro co-op horror games. Thank you for watching.